Good afternoon, good evening. Welcome now to Poplar Bluff Senior High School, where this evening it is week 2, Poplar Bluff against Valley View. Going to be a great time. I'm Frankie Castile. And joining us to begin our Week 2 pregame show, we're going to welcome in Tim O'Neill. He is the Chief Nursing Officer with our good friends at Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center. And Tim, it is Week 2 high school football, not a place I'd rather be on a Friday night.
Absolutely, I agree totally. Friday night lights, there's nothing.
You got something invested this season in football because your little youngster, a sophomore, playing for this team, and I can only imagine he's pretty excited about being a Poplar Bluff Mule and playing in front of his friends and his family right here in Poplar Bluff.
Yeah, I totally agree. He considers this whole team his family. I mean, it's a pleasure to come out and watch these young boys become young men and focus together as a team and really rally around and practice true sportsmanship.
Can I switch gears for just a second with you and talk about the hospital? Because I seen today during our big tailgate party, you guys were involved in it. What I like about Poplar Bluff Regional, not only it is great care, exceptional care, you also do so much for our community.
Yes, sir. I mean, every opportunity we can get out of the hospital and be part of this community, it's an honor for us. I mean, the community trusts us day in and day out. It's good for them to see us outside in the community, and it's good for us to be out here and participate in sporting events like this with the community.
Absolutely. So tell me some good things going on with Poplar Bluff Regional. What have you guys done this summer? More importantly, what are you guys doing right now to get ready for the fall season to come in?
We're growing day in and day out. A lot of new adventures going on at the hospital, a lot of new doctors coming in, recruiting a lot of new staff. Again, the more people we can bring in this community to better serve them, the stronger health care we're going to provide them.
Doctors, I'm glad you brought that up because what I like about this facility with Poplar Bluff Regional, you guys have top-notch doctors, and I hear that time in and time out, you guys have some of the best doctors, and you don't have to go very far to find them. It's right here in Poplar Bluff.
Yes, sir. I mean, we're looking for a strong primary care base, exceptional cardiology services, some of the best orthopedic services that you can find anywhere in Southeast Missouri.
So what are some things that you're hearing from the community on a day in and day out basis? I hear so much. I know you do as well. What are some things you guys are happy with going on right now with the hospital?
One of the biggest things, the newest ventures we got is a teleneurology platform. It keeps our community here. The last few years, we've had to send a lot of stroke patients out of this community. But with new processes that we put in place and new teleneurologists that serve this community, we're able to keep our community in Poplar Bluff. That's the most important thing.
You know what you and I were talking about off the air, and I've seen this time in and time out, but patient care and treatment is something you guys take very seriously at Poplar Bluff Regional.
It is a 24/7 focus. We always look, how can we be better, how can we be better, and how can we be even better than that.
I like what you guys do for our community, and I want to get back to football for just a moment. I'll put you on the spot. I believe you told me tonight Poplar Bluff was going to win by 3 touchdowns, right?
I'm going to be silent on that one.
You're going to be silent. Okay, I got you. But, when you look at this team, what do you like about the Mules football team? You've got a vested interest in this team. And this team, I know last week didn't show it, but this team is such a good group of kids, and they're only going to get better from this day forward.
Yes. This team, a lot of youth, but there's a lot of talent.
Yes.
Most of these players out here have grew up through the prior seasons together. They're good friends on the field and off the field, and they support each other. And I love watching that.
Absolutely. And you guys are going to be back, I believe, being a part of the next tailgate coming up in October, right? You guys always love doing that.
Oh, Oktoberfest is the best. We come in October. We light up the hospital in pink. We try to be out in the community. And, again, it's about always trying to get back.
And I know you got to get going here in just a moment, but breast cancer awareness is so important to this area, and you guys do such a great job promoting it. And what do you guys have planned coming up in October?
A lot of preventative medicine, wellness checks, really pushing mammograms in October because awareness is the first step.
Absolutely. And anything else you want to talk about when it comes to the hospital real quick, Tim?
No, I said we're growing. We're always looking at ways to be better. We do have a new CEO, Mr. Rick Nagler.
Yes.
He's been here 16 months with us. He's got great vision, and his goal is to be the best hospital in Southeast Missouri.
And he's doing a great job,
Yes,
if I
sir,
might
he is.
say so.
Yes, he is.
So one thing about it, Tim, I know that I'm assuming that we'll get you back on. You're going to be a lot more football games, right?
Yes, sir.
I think you may have found the new pregame gig, you coming over here and giving me updates on the hospital in a positive way.
Anytime.
You sure you don't want to predict 3 touchdown scores tonight by the
No,
Mules?
I'm not going to throw
I'll
that
give you
out.
that
I don't wanna jinx
opportunity.
them.
Okay. All right, Tim. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Go enjoy the tailgate party, and hopefully we'll get you back on this time next week.
All right, thank you very much.
You betcha. Tim O'Neill joining us live, the Chief Nursing Officer with Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center, joining us to begin our pregame show tonight with Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center. They do a phenomenal job with our community. Love having them on. They are welcome every time we go on the air. We're going to step away a quick 30, or we'll take a 1-minute timeout. We'll come right back, and joining us, we're going to welcome in John Scott. He is the school board president of Poplar Bluff R1. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. We'll come right back. You're listening to Mules Football on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Caring for those you love also means taking good care of yourself. At Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center, our healthcare providers take the time to identify your health risks and help you prioritize good health. Regular checkups and age-appropriate screenings are important to be healthy now and stay well in the future. With same or next day appointments and online scheduling, we make it easy to make an appointment right now. You can even see us from the comfort of your own home via telehealth. Put your health first today by making an appointment by visiting pbrmc.com and searching online scheduling.
All right, here we go. Welcome back now to Poplar Bluff, and a big thank you again to Tim O'Neill, the Chief Nursing Officer with Poplar Bluff Regional. We appreciate him letting us take the opportunity, giving us a little bit of time to interview him. And I meant what I said. The hospital does such a great job day in and day out. It's always nice to get a feel and get some ideas on what they are doing. So we're going to go to our social media platform. Casey Garrison Sawyer, she is tuning in, watching from home tonight. I know we're on the air a little bit earlier, but so much going on. We've got about 37 minutes now until kickoff. In just a moment, I believe John Scott is going to be joining us in a moment. Until that time, let's get Sean Mannon in over here. He is the second member of our broadcast team. Sean wears many hats here, and tonight we're going to do something a little bit different, something we don't normally do, and that is that tonight, Sean, not only are we going to talk a little bit about football tonight in the pregame, but you are going to grab a mic, and at various times during our broadcast, we're going to go down to you fieldside, and we're going to kind of pick your brain a little bit, and you'll let us know what you're seeing from our football team, and hopefully this will be a competitive game, and hopefully when it's all said and done, we'll come out on top.
Yeah, we're going to be experimenting a little bit tonight. Glad to be here with everyone. Friday Night Lights coming back to Poplar Bluff, Missouri. I'll be down fieldside throughout the game. We're going to be checking out, see if there are any injuries. We'll give you updates on that. We're also going to be keeping an eye on what the coaches and how the sidelines are reacting to the games as they unfold. I'll bring you all the information I can, because it's going to be last night, the first game, there's always those first game jitters. So we're hoping Poplar Bluff took another week of hard practices, was able to kind of get everything out of their system, and is ready to come out strong here for week 2 and get that first win of the season.
Absolutely, Sean. We'll let you get to it, my friend, and we'll be talking to you a lot here coming up over the next several hours. With that being said, it is our pregame show presented by First Midwest Bank in Poplar Bluff. Right now, we're going to welcome in the second member of the broadcast team. He is the Poplar Bluff R1 School Board President. It is John Scott, and welcome alongside John. Where did you get those sunglasses, my friend?
Glad to be here, Frankie. Oh, there's a guy in the parking lot It costs $3 for those things. They're very nice.
And I got so many compliments last week with you being on the air. They said you were funny. You had a lot of charisma. I said, what broadcast were you listening to? But they were convinced that you did a great job, and I agree with them. So look underneath that piece of paper right there, John. Look at that. Stats galore
very
for
nice.
you.
Very nice.
Sean and I took care of you. We know you're a busy guy, so we went in early today, 3 o'clock this morning. That's a lie, but it sounded good. We got all your stats for you that you need, and talk about this football team with Poplar Bluff. Lots going on, lots we can talk about, but I'll tell you, you sent me a text earlier on and said, tonight, that's when the undefeated season begins.
Absolutely.
I really believe if our Mules come out and they play capable of what they're used to, this will be a very physical and could be a very close ball game.
Yes, indeed, Frankie. I think it's funny. I don't listen to this. I could go back and watch it, but I don't because I don't want to hear my voice. But I had a couple of
I don't want to hear it either half the time.
Really nice friends that were kind enough to send me clips of the pregame last week where everything I said was 100% incorrect.
Incorrect.
As how the team actually performed. So, yeah, here's what I think we got to do. Team's going to have to come together. Difficult game last week. Some adversity. Team's got to come together. Somebody's going to have to step up and lead these guys. But we have the pieces, there's no doubt. We have the talent on the team, there's no doubt. It's nice to be home, playing in front of the home fans, the family, the friends, the girlfriends, whatever. So I feel like we're going to come out tonight and play with a little more urgency. I feel like we're going to have to play the game like we want it a little more than we did last week. But it's tough being on the road, new team, new system, new format. But, I think we've got the pieces, and I think we can play with this team tonight.
I really agree. Now, tonight what we're going to do, we didn't do this much last week. We're going to this week at some points during the ball game. I want to talk to you about the positive things going on in our school district. We've been going on now for about 2 weeks. Lots of great things within the school that we want to talk about, and we'll open it up to you later on tonight to kind of do that.
Certainly, I'll be happy to. I was a little late, Frankie, because I was hitting those hospital guys up for a donation. I just put it in their mind. I said, how do you feel about Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center Aquatic Center?
Ooh,
indoor swimming pool.
You're talking about the swim team.
That would be a very reasonable thing for those guys to do.
What did they give you any feedback?
They seemed very receptive, laughed, and laughed out of the way. But no, I wanted to talk to those guys because they do a lot of good stuff for the school.
They do.
They've wanted to partner with us more, and they're doing more of that. And I do think the hospital is really headed in the right direction with some of the things that I've seen professionally and also personally out there. It's a good place to have here in the community. It's good that we keep that place going.
Absolutely. Very well said. So what we'll do is we'll let you get settled in. In the meantime, Tim and I will take a 1-minute timeout. We're going to come back, and we're going to talk live to head coach Dave Sivers of our Mules.
Amen. Good stuff.
All right.
Always good to see Coach Sivers in
It's
person.
always good to see him in person. He'll be back with us in about 1 minute. Don't go anywhere. It is our pregame show. As we continue, coming up next, Coach Dave Sivers will join us live on the pregame presented by First Midwest Bank. We'll take a minute timeout. We'll be back. You're listening to Mules Football on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Kevin's Auto and Tire is a family-owned one-stop shop for fast, friendly, and affordable automotive services with the latest tools and technology as well as their time-tested automotive knowledge. They're guaranteed to get your vehicle fixed without breaking the bank.
Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers is a third-generation family-owned jewelry and repair store who have served the Poplar Bluff community for over 60 years.
Our family has always worked hard to provide the finest jewelry creations and service imaginable.
Breathe easier and extend the life of your HVAC system, plus fewer repair bills with Air Solutions Comprehensive Maintenance Plan. You'll save money and get the peace of mind that only comes from calling Air Solutions, 785-1500.
We're back live on the pregame show being brought to you by First Midwest Bank, and joining us now live is head coach Dave Sivers of the Poplar Bluff Mules. Coach, here we are, week 2, finally at home. Your Mules against Valley View out of Jonesboro, Arkansas. What do we know about it? And most importantly, can the Mules come away with a win and get back to 500?
Well, we're going to have to play a lot better than we did last week. We weren't wasn't a very good week one for us. We did not defense played really well. Offensively, we just couldn't get clicking. So, we are very capable of beating this bunch, but we're going to have to play well. It's a really good school. This is a game that kind of materialized out of Coach Patillo's connections with that area from when he was down at Greene County and stuff. But they're really they play in a good conference. They play in a Arkansas football, and that they're a good team. They play very fast on both sides of the ball. They do a lot of stuff on offense. It's gonna that we're going to have to be ready for. And defensively, they play fast. They got a few wrinkles that we've had to work on, but it's a good program. We're going to have to be ready.
Tonight here at quarterback, we saw all three of our quarterbacks last week. Who is going to be under center to begin the football game here tonight?
We've decided that we're going to give Mason West the majority of the reps. Nothing against Jaredon as a quarterback, but we just have decided that it's kind of a toss-up between those two kids right now, and Jaredon's a much more versatile athlete on playing different positions, and if he's not playing quarterback, might also even see him playing some defense tonight. So it wouldn't be totally out of the question if Jaredon doesn't take some snaps eventually, but just for different things we want to do. But we're gonna go with Mason tonight and see how it rolls.
I know the ground game last week, Coach, didn't go the way that we wanted it to. Last week, Coach, we were averaging about 4 yards a carry. Amari White last week, 8 carries, 44 yards. Your thoughts on him, and how critical will it be to get him going early tonight against this defense from Valley View?
Well, it's going to be real important because we just couldn't get anything going consistently last week. We'd have flashes of success, and then we step forward and 2 step back. So we have to be more consistent. We've preached to the kids all week long. I think sometimes our kids are, and which is a good thing, but I think they're trying to score every play, and we just tell them, hey guys, get 4 or 5 yards a pop, and we'll be consistent. We can't stop them. They can't stop us. We'll keep the defense off the field if we're having those kind of drives. So we need to be more consistent. We've got to play better up front, and we've got to be able to get the ground game going, and that obviously opens up everything else.
Being at home here tonight, Coach, I feel like that's going to be in our favor. We're going to see, I'm hoping, a big crowd here tonight. Big tailgate party just finishing up here outside the football stadium. Great weather. I'm hoping that we'll see a lot of fans make their way from the tailgate party into the stands and support this team.
Yeah, it'll be nice. We always enjoy being at home. Everything that the community does to support the first game, and really all the games, with all the different activities that go along. High school football is it's a wonderful thing, and it's something that the community can get around. And we didn't get off to a real great start last week. We're hoping that doesn't discourage people from coming out. But these guys have had they've had a good summer. We've had I think a pretty productive summer. We just we got to get things straightened out. We got to get things going. But it's going to be a game that hopefully it's going to be an exciting game for the people to watch, and we hope that we get a lot of people out here to support the kids.
Valley View's got a pretty good run as well as a passing game. Carson Turley for the Blazers, 16 of 30 last week. He had about 243 in the passing category, 2 touchdowns and no interceptions. Oh, by the way, he also ran the ball 18 times at 62 yards, averaging almost 4 yards per carry. Your thoughts on him and the offense overall for the Blazers?
They're going to be a handful. They play really, really hard. The quarterback obviously is their spark plug. He makes them go. It's just what football has turned into. Spread them out and run around and throw the ball around. And we've got the ability to do the same thing. We've just, last week we knew that, Park Hills was going to bring a lot of pressure, and our plan was to, kind of try and pick them apart and replace the pressure and stuff. And we just weren't able to do it. I'm expecting tonight that, that we're a little bit more ready, and hopefully the defense can step up and slow them down a little bit, and we can match scores with them, and we'll see what happens at the end.
Who's going to be our kicker here tonight, Coach? Is it going to be Hunter Clifford or maybe our soccer player?
Well, I think you'll probably see both of them. Hunter, I think, has got a little bit stronger foot, so I think right now the plan is that Hunter's probably going to handle the kickoff duties, and I think there's a good chance that Carson will wind up doing some of the PATs, but we'll kind of see. Last week we Unfortunately, didn't have a whole lot of opportunity to practice that in the game, but we've had a good week of practice, and we've got to work our special teams. Hunter has a really good foot, and having him on the field, being a DB by trade, that gives us an extra defender on the kickoff team. So it's nice to have him out there, and so probably see them both tonight.
So we saw a lot of cramps last week. Obviously, week one, that's notorious for that. Are we expecting our kids to be cramped up here tonight, or is it going to be better for us, you think?
Well, we talked to them a lot about that. It's what you put in your body, 24, 40 hours before. What they do on Friday is not really the big factor. The hydration factor is really, really big. But, we told them it's more about just nutrition. It's getting plenty of sleep and make sure we've kind of increased our stretching, our warm up. We changed our warm up routine a little bit. Hopefully that'll get them a little bit more prepared to go. But last week it was I think it was nerves, and I think the situation of the game, and it was warm. It wasn't terribly warm. They were kind of feeling the effects of it too. But like you said, early in the season, you're always going to get that.
All right, Coach, to beat Valley View tonight and get back to 500, your team must do what to beat those good old Blazers here tonight?
Well, we got to be more consistent on offense. Last week, I think the defense played, well enough to win. The blocked punt was a big momentum changer. And we went from 7 down, just needing to get a score to kind of get the kids on track. To all of a sudden, it's 14, and it just kind of snowballed on us a little bit. So I think if we can get our run game going and just be a little bit more productive on offense, I think the defense will play well enough that this should be a heck of a football game.
All right, Coach, go get them. Best of luck to you, and we'll see you guys afterwards.
Thanks, sir.
Head coach Dave Sivers joining us live as we get ready for the opening kickoff coming up at the top of the hour. It is the Mules and Valley View. We are live in Poplar Bluff. You're listening to Mules football on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network. All right, so here we go. We are back here live in Poplar Bluff here, and we're going to introduce you to our sideline reporter for the game. We'll let Tim find Sean. You ever heard of that thing called Where's Waldo, John? Tonight it's Where's Sean?
Somewhere in the stadium.
Let's go down field side, and let's welcome in Sean Mannon tonight. And, Sean, what's it like down there on the track?
I got to say the atmosphere is fantastic. They are celebrating right now the cheer team that won the state championship last year. They are just giving everyone that was part of that team the respect they deserve for the fantastic job. And the crowd is electric right now here in Poplar Bluff.
Absolutely, man. The cheer team, John, I know you can hear Sean as well. Anything you want to ask Sean about what's going on down there?
Well, we have such a long history. People don't realize the effort that those girls put in, the difficult athletic effort that they put in all year around, really. And then they go off and compete very well nationally.
Yes.
And win and win and win and win. But the time commitment and the effort, and those kids are all good kids. They do well in school. They all graduate. They don't have discipline issues. And so, yeah, it's excellent. It's an excellent program that we have with a rich tradition, with a lot of people involved, and our sponsors and everybody, and Coach Keith making sure that they get to do props that they need. But no, we're very proud of our cheer.
Absolutely.
Our cheer.
Sean, I know you're down there with the looks like there's a good fan base down there right now. We're at least getting here in the stands.
Absolutely. The stands are definitely filling out here on the home side. I know the students will start coming in here in the next 5 or 10 minutes, going to fill in the visitor side. It's going to be a very great atmosphere here tonight. We're expecting it to fill out even more because, we still got about 20 minutes until kickoff. So people are getting their hot dogs, they're getting their hamburgers, they're getting their drinks, and that's going to file in and going to make this absolutely great place to watch football tonight.
So here's what I want to do, Sean, and John, let me know if this is a good idea. What I want to do is coming up here, let me see on my notes here when this is going to happen. At around 6:53, so we've got about 13 minutes, Sean. I'm going to have you move over to your right where Maximus is. And what we'll do is, as soon as I see the Mules get ready to come out, we're going to go back to you because we want to hear the roar of when the Mules come out. John, that might be a good idea, you think?
I think it'll be a great idea.
The question is, Sean, can you get over there and can you pump the boys up for us?
I will try. I can stand here and, I think the game time is going to pump the guys up enough. But I'll stand here. We'll get the full atmosphere as we see just a line of vehicles coming down the hill, going to fill in Poplar Bluff Stadium tonight.
All right, Sean, stand by. Stay with us. We'll come back to you in about 10 or so minutes, my friend.
Sounds good.
All right, so that is Sean Manning here tonight. We're going to go to him quite a few times here this tonight, and we're going to try to get him involved as much as we can. And what we're going to do here in the meantime is, in just a moment, I believe we're going to have our national anthem, and we're going to play the national anthem live right here tonight on Facebook, on YouTube, John. Now, I need you to do me a favor. Take your school board hat off for just a moment. As an attorney in town, if I get knocked off the air, I'm going to call my attorney to get us back on the air.
Absolutely. Right on. We'll do it, Frank. We'll take it all the way.
We'll take it all the way. So
Forever.
I want to go to our social media because we're getting bombarded with folks already. John, that's a great site. I know Casey Garrison Sawyer, she's tuning in from home. Ron Withrow is tuning in. He says, let's go Mules. David Hadley, he is back with us. He is watching from Farmington. Loretta Lynn Hart, she's talking about Hunter Clifford. Of course, we mentioned him during the pregame with Coach Dave Sivers. Roger Faith is tuning in. I believe he is up in Crystal City, Missouri. Glad to have him alongside. Also, Lisa Robertson. And we're going to go down field side here for the presentation of our colors and our national anthem. It'll be performed by the Show Me Marching Band. We're not going to kill the feed here tonight, but instead we'll let you watch it live and hear it live right here on Facebook and on YouTube. Right now we are watching the junior ROTC walking the flags here down the track. It's a great sight to see, John.
Yes, it is very nice. Those guys, the JROTC, with the parking that they do, they line up for the parking, and that's really a nice thing. We fill out all the spots. They're lined up really nice, very polite, good kids. It's another great program that we have that really provides a lot of support for a lot of kids.
Absolutely. Once again, we're going to go down field side for the playing of our national anthem, performed tonight by our great Poplar Bluff Show Me Marching Band. Outstanding job from the Show Me Marching Band, John, and those kids do a great job, and even sometimes I don't believe they get enough credit to their name, and the Show Me Marching Band once again doing a phenomenal job as we open up the week 2 right here at home.
Absolutely. Those kids, another group of kids who put in a lot of effort and time, not just playing and learning their instrument, but the marching part, man, they're out here in the heat of the summer, right when school's starting, back there practicing, and it's hot and it's tough, and they're carrying instruments around and wearing the uniforms and all that. So no, it's another thing that we have a rich tradition here, really for a long time, with a great marching band, and our band program as a whole is another really good thing about Poplar Bluff. Good to hear those kids playing.
Absolutely. Mike Deal is tuning in on social media tonight. He says, "Let's go Mules." He is watching from Washington. He is a member of the 79, 80, and 81 Mules football team. Glad to have Mike alongside Patty Baller. Patty's a real great lady. She's a real nice lady, John. She is tuning in as well. She says, "Let's go Mules." Also, Lisa Robertson says, "Let's go Christian." That is her grandson. So she's tuning in, watching him. And that's one thing about these streaming the ball games, as we see the line of cars coming down the hill. What is that, Tom Hoover Parkway up there?
Tom Hoover Way.
Tom Hoover Way. So, of course, we miss Tom Hoover. Also, Hopper Cameron tuning in. So let us know where you're watching from. And I did not get a chance to tell you, we are under 14 minutes away until kickoff. Check this out tonight, John. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
We're doing trivia, right?
I've been studying up all week.
I'm going to hide my questions.
I've been studying.
But we're giving away some great prizes tonight. We're giving away a gift card courtesy of Academy Sports and Outdoors and one of those GCI outdoor rocker chairs.
All right, I like it.
It's all from Academy Sports and Outdoors.
That's
We're going to give those away tonight live on the air. So make sure, share this video feed for us. Let us know where you're watching. And most importantly, what team you're rooting for. Obviously, I'm going for the Mules. John Scott looks like he's wearing a Jackson Indian shirt right about now.
Yes.
No, it's maroon. It's maroon. Your favorite. Let's talk a little bit about some other games that are going on in Southeast Missouri, John. Hayti is on the road taking on Portageville. Hayti losing one to Kennett last week. East Prairie on the road at New Madrid. Doniphan and Kennett. Am I allowed to say that I really want Doniphan to win that game? Is that wrong of me to say?
You're very much allowed to say that, Frank. I give you permission to say that.
I want to see Doniphan pull the upset over Kennett. Doniphan 0-1 this season. Kennett 1-0. Sykeston on the road. They're playing Dexter later on tonight. Potosi at Farmington. That's going to be a good ball game, by the way. We'll see Farmington later on this month, or make that in October. And for David Hadley, I will do my best to keep you up to date on that Farmington game, my friend. And then Jackson finally losing one for the first time in 39 regular season home games. They lost in double overtime last week. They are going to take on Francis Howe. Both teams, or I should say Francis Howe 1-0, Jackson 0-1. Cape Central, they look good this year. They're taking on Hillsboro. Both are 1-0. Oakville look pretty good. They're taking on Melville tonight. And then, of course, ours is Valley View and Poplar Bluff. So before we throw it back over to Sean, I haven't seen the Mules team coming out just yet. They're not out there by Maximus. Tell me, John, what are you looking for tonight? Oh, by the way, real quick, did you know that John Scott is going to be providing us this season with our Mules Keys to Victory?
Okay, I could do that.
Okay, so we'll do that here coming up in just a moment. But what about this game? It stands out to you as far as what the Mules need to do. What can we do to keep this game competitive and keep it close early in this one?
Well, the first thing I have to say, Frankie, is we need to acknowledge our Maximus the Mule trainer that we have here, Brian Taylor, a fine class of 90 guy. He keeps Maximus fed and watered and cares for him all year around like it's his own child, and it's great to see. But aside from that, no, Frank, we just got to come out. We got to come together as a team. First thing we got to do is come together as a team, play together with one goal in mind, and that is to win the game. We need to see a couple of players. I thought the defense played pretty well last week, but we need to see a couple players step up and take charge of this game. You know, in the past we've had players who wanted to win, would will it to happen, and they would, you need 4 or 5 yards. They'd find a way to get it one way, or they'd run over somebody to get it. So we need to see that. I think a little more focus and a little more sense of urgency where we come out hard and fast and bring it right to this team.
Absolutely. Very well said. Loretta's tuning in all the way from good old North Carolina. She's watching number 88, Hunter Clifford, and I got to tell you, Loretta, this kid's got a leg on him. He can kick as good as anybody I've seen so far this year in Southeast Missouri.
Oh, absolutely. Excellent. Good to watch. Fun to watch. I like to see that in the high school game, have a good kicker. It's great. Good special teams.
Good crowd on hand already for week one. We still got about 10 or so minutes coming in to the stands. And it looks like, there we go. Now I see the Mules football team. They are walking, or at least getting close to coming out to where Maximus is, John. And that means in just a moment, we're going to go down here. We're going to throw things over to Sean in just a moment. And the goal here is, Tim, I'm talking to Tim, is we'll try to get the kids coming out. We want everybody pumped up, and this is mainly for our viewers on Facebook and YouTube, giving them a good shot at what our team looks like coming out.
Absolutely. I hope Sean doesn't get too close to get run over.
All right, Sean, are you down there? Can you hear me, my friend?
Yeah, I am here. We are ready. The players are filing. They are ready to go. We saw a player run across the entire length of the track earlier and then learned why you should not run on the concrete behind the track. He had a little slip, but I think he's fine, and the Mules players are ready to go to get the game tonight started.
I can see Chris Matlock holding one of our Mules flags here. Also leading out there is Logan Davis, number 28. And let's see here. I'm trying to see where Old Glory is. Do we see the American flag just yet, Sean?
I do not. I see the Mules 33 flag.
Now, what that means is, I want to talk about that for just a moment, and number 33 means a lot to a lot of people. Sean, that is Mr. Lane Savant, of course, losing his life last year tragically, and it's a great way to keep his memory honored. I love what the Mules team is doing, John, by honoring him every time they come out of Maximus here every home game.
Yes, that's very nice. You know, Lane, I knew Lane, a good kid.
I'm going to hold up 1 second there. There's the smoke, Sean. Get them fired up.
Yeah, I think they're doing a good job getting themselves fired up.
There you go. The Mules coming out honoring Lane Savant, led by Chris Matlock. And I got to tell you, Sean, just having you down there with that mic, hearing the kids run out, it's awfully special. And, of course, Chris Matlock is running right to the student section, giving that number 33 flag to the students. And you can hear the students as they wave that flag around. Thank you again, Sean. We're going to check back in with you right before kickoff.
Sounds good.
All right, so that is Sean Mannon. And, John, to finish that thought, it's a great way to honor Lane Savant. Such a great kid. And even though it happened last season, it still feels like it happened yesterday.
Yeah, it's really a very moving thing. It's good to see that. It's tough. You know, it's tough. Life is tough. But great kid, great family, unfortunate loss of life. But it's good to see these kids rally around. They truly love their teammate and their friend and their classmate, and hopefully they'll be able to honor him tonight with a well-fought game.
With a well-fought game indeed. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a 30-second timeout. We're going to come right back, and we've got John Scott's Keys to Victory. It's all being brought to you by Air Solutions in Poplar Bluff. Have you thought hard about them?
I've been thinking all week.
All right, we're going to come right back with our Keys to Victory. Kickoff is coming up in less than 7 minutes from right now. We're back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Mules Football on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Breathe easier and extend the life of your HVAC system, plus fewer repair bills with Air Solutions Comprehensive Maintenance Plan. You'll save money and get the peace of mind that only comes from calling Air Solutions. 785-1500.
Protecting your toys are just as important as protecting your daily driver. First Choice Insurance can help find the coverage for your ATVs, boats, and campers that will give you peace of mind and not break your bank. So don't forget to allow First Choice Insurance to review your insurance needs today.
We are back here live on the pregame presented by First Midwest Bank. We've got your Keys to Victory presented by Air Solutions in just a moment. First off, let's introduce you to our captains. We will start with the away team, and they are the Trailblazers out of Valley View. Number 5 is going to come out. Carson Winters, he is a senior. Number 6, Jackson Harmon. He is a dangerous wide receiver. He is also a senior. Also number 43, Nico Mata. He He is a senior tight end, weighs about 192. He is 6 feet tall. Those are the captains here for Valley View tonight. Looking across the football field for Poplar Bluff, they're also going to bring out 4 of their players. Number 11 for the Mules, and that is Matt Wilkerson. Matt Wilkerson is a senior for the football team. Also tonight, number 22, Amari White. He'll be the primary running back here this evening for Poplar Bluff. Number 74 for the Mules, make that number 74 rather. That is Tyden Wilson of Poplar Bluff. And number 62, Logan Davis. He is a 6'1 junior, weighs about 280. Those are the captains here tonight. So now, let's turn it back over to John Scott for our Air Solutions 3 keys to victory if you're Poplar Bluff.
3 keys to victory. I thought you said keys to victory. Well,
give us 3.
I studied this very closely, Frankie, and I think this is something that Air Solutions and my guy Tim Funky would be happy with. The number 1 would be to score more points than the other team. I think that's an important key to victory. I like that one. But no, seriously, I want to see our offense come out and play like I know they can play. I think we need to be able to spread the ball around from the quarterback position. I want to see a balanced attack. Most teams think that we're just going to run the ball every time, and therefore they key their defense off of that. So I'd like to see maybe a little trickeration early in the game, something that keeps our offense on the field. So I'll say number 2, keep the offense on the field, have some sustained drives. Even if we don't score, at least move the ball to give our defense some rest. And number 2 will be defense to step it up a little bit from where they were last week and get some turnovers. We need an interception, maybe a fumble recovery. I like to see that, so I'm going to say our defense needs to have a takeaway and our offense needs to move the ball around, keep the defense pushed back, and stay on the field.
Very well said.
Score more points than the other team.
Score more points than the other team. This is the first time these two schools are going to meet up, which is located, by the way, in Jonesboro, Arkansas. Now, this will be the first game against Arkansas since 2011. That's when the Mules lost to Gosnell, Arkansas, 43-32. A quick story on that. Back in 2011, we were broadcasting the ball game via cell phone. Gary Simmons was in the booth with me, didn't mean to, and knocked over the cell phone and knocked us off the air for over an hour.
Well,
True story.
Poor Gary.
Jones and the Mules are looking to avoid their first 0-2 start. When is the last time the Mules had an 0-2 start, John?
I don't dwell in the past, Frankie.
Okay,
so I have no idea.
2007. I'll go ahead and give you that answer. 2007, and the Mules ended their season 5-5 altogether. Yeah. So each captain now meeting in the middle there, and of course for the Blazers of Valley View, Sean Cockrell, the head coach. He is in his 9th season with a record of 45 wins at 39 losses, a winning percentage of .536. Coach Dave Sivers for the Mules, his 5th season with a record of 21-21. 500 so far for Coach Dave Sivers. Mules are wearing their maroon jerseys with the white numbering, the maroon helmets. You look at Valley View wearing their white jerseys with the blue numbers and the white helmets. Should be a great ball game. If you're Coach Sivers, you win the toss. You want the ball first or go on defense?
Take the ball first, Frankie. I say get it and go.
Ball.
That's what I'm going to say. We got to. The kids have to know that the coaches and everyone has confidence in them, and I think they understand that. So I think if the coach says, "Hey, give us the ball," we're going to do it. I think that shows confidence in our offense, and these kids need a little bit of confidence after last week.
All right, so we're going to wait and see what happens. Sean, do you agree with that? If you were the coach, would you take the ball on offense first or go on defense?
Yeah, I think you would take the ball first because I agree with John. After last week, you really want to get the momentum going. You want to get the feeling that, hey, we've turned the corner. We're ready to continue with this season. So I would take the ball first if I was them.
All right. Well, there you go. I think I'm the only one that would say go on defense. I'm okay with that. By the way, do we say go Cubs here? Is this the moment we say go Cubs, Sean?
What do you mean by Cubs?
Oh, gotcha.
Never.
Gotcha. Never. All right, so it looks like Valley View is going to receive the ball first. The Mules, it looks like, are going to be on defense. All right, Sean, stay down there if you want to. Come up here. If not, we'll go back to you here in just a few moments, my friend. I think he's already logged off.
Good.
All right, there he goes. I thought he was getting close to logging off. So we'll get him back involved here later on this evening as well, as we are moments away from the opening kickoff tonight between Poplar Bluff and the Blazers out of Valley View. Jane is tuning in. She is watching her grandson, number 58. And, of course, we're talking about Chase O'Neill. We talked to Tim earlier on. Tim is her son-in-law. Glad to have Miss Jane tuning in tonight. Make sure and share the video feed for us. And now the Blazers are coming out, so here we go as we are ready for kickoff. I know I'm ready for kickoff. Are you ready, John?
I am indeed, Frank. You know, Valley View, everybody says Jonesboro. I guess they're really just a little bit south of Jonesboro. We've played soccer down there a few times. No easy way to get to Valley View, but they have a very nice facility down there. They have a great athletic facility. And we came back one night after a soccer game, and I'm not sure where the Google Maps took us, but it may have been into another dimension. They're getting back here, but no, they're nice people down there. It's a good place. I'm glad we can play a team from Arkansas. Good folks down in Arkansas, and hopefully we'll have a good, hard-fought game tonight with no injuries and the correct result.
All right, so Hunter Clifford is going to kick things off for the Mules. So in just a moment, we're going to be officially underway. Hunter Clifford going to kick us off here to begin week number 2. Here we go. I'm Frankie Castile, and we are underway. And the ball's going to be taken very deep near the 5-yard line. And it's going to be ran out, and he still got some space and finally forced out. Good return by Jay Mormon, number 13. And that is going to go a great return there for the Valley View Blazers. And just like that, 1st and 10 now coming out as Jay Mormon. He is able to get it all the way out to near the 35-yard line. They're going to say maybe the 33. That's a return of about 28 yards. We'll see where they officially mark him down.
And Mr. Mormon, very athletic kid. I'm not liking number 13, Frankie. It seems like last week number 13 was all over us. That kid, 6'4", 185, they've got him listed.
Well, there's where we got a hold against Valley View. Did not see the flag. We had a smoke bomb here going off in front of us, so I didn't see a flag. And because of that, it's going to mark him all the way back inside the 20 to about the 17-yard line. So there you go. So it's only going to be a return of 12 yards when it's all said and done. So here we go, a very fast football team. They can throw it and they can run it. Good job by the Mules that time. Slade Caldwell. Caldwell last week, he was averaging about 3.5 yards per carry.
Good to see Chris Matlock in on that play.
Yes, sir.
Very aggressive starting off the game.
2nd down and 10. They're going to say no gain on the play. Good job by the Mules defense here. Turley is the quarterback. Very athletic. Goes outside. It's a short pass. Good job by the Mules in on the tackle. Logan Height is the man at that time. And the reception's going to go to Bo Smith, number 15. He's going to bring up a quick 3rd down as Carson Turley is able to get out just a couple of yards to Bo Smith. Now he's on the run again, and it's nearly picked off. It may have been Mikhail McFarland. There is the first turnover. Give me some bangs and booms on social media. Great job by the Mules. And there is a big key turnover. You were just talking about that we need a turnover, and that's what the Mules have done.
Nice interception, good field position early in the game. And, we need to capitalize on this. And I say air it out and go for the end zone right here. See what happens.
So, just like that, Mules now on the interception. On the 31-yard line, Mikhail McFarland is able to come up with it. And Mules will have it now. 11-14 to play here in the first. And now we're going to see the Mules coming out on offense. Mason West going to hand it off to the big man, Jared and Young, or make that Amari White. White not going to go anywhere. 2nd down and 10 for the Mules.
They were all over Amari on that one. Our line's going to have to hold a little bit better than that. They read that well. Got a good stop.
So Amari White is not going to go anywhere, and they're going to mark him down right at the 31-yard line of Valley View. 2nd down and 10 to go. Andrew Jefferson likes what he sees. Great guy. Love having him in on the program from the Corps of Engineers. Mason West out to throw. There's Darius Graham. Short pass inside the 25 to about the 23-yard line. Great gain of 8 yards on that play by Mason West. And I love the fact that West is getting a little bit of an opportunity here. And he picks up 8 yards on that pass. A very manageable third down coming up. Third down and about 2 to go. And they're going to mark him on the 24. So we're going to say third and about 3 coming up. The Mules, by the way, last week not very successful on third down conversions. They were overall 5 out of 14, just 36%. This one's going to be a fake handoff. Mason West is going to dive to the 25, and we're going to have a close to a first down. He does have a Mules first down. What a run by Mason West. He dives and gets a couple of yards to the 25-yard line, or make that 20-yard line, rather. Just enough for a Mules first down.
That's really good to see, Frankie. I like that effort. Need a few yards, get a few yards. That kid's so tall, he can just fall forward, pick up 3 yards. So that's
yes,
good.
he can. Mason West now, shotgun formation. Amari White lining up behind him. There's the handoff. No, it's going to be a fake handoff. And West is going to get inside the red zone. He struggles to get to about the 19, maybe 18 if they're lucky. Boy, Mason West showing some skill right off the bat here, John.
Yes, definitely. I'm not sure if that was a broken play. It looked like he wanted to hand it off,
yeah.
But he was smart. He hung on to the ball, and he got positive yards out of it. Looked like a little bit of miscommunication there, but positive yards will take it.
Last week for the Mules, did you know the Mules did not have the ball inside the red zone at all last week? Already here in the opening quarter, they've already got the ball inside the red zone. Here's another handoff to Amari White. White gets a little bit of space, and he'll be tackled near the 15-yard line, maybe the 16-yard line, so only about a 3-yard pickup for Amari White. White's not going to get a whole lot there, maybe 3 yards. Yep, it's going to be at the 16-yard line, and that's going to bring up third down and 6. Diane Taylor is tuning in. She says Lonnie and Diane Taylor are watching. Lee Wallace tuning in. She says, let's go Mules. Glad to have all of those folks alongside here tonight. Mason West now empty backfield. 2 wideouts on the far. They're going to put one in motion. It's Amari White. Now we're going to get a flag, or at least a stoppage here of the play. And we'll see what it is here. Is it going to be a timeout or a flag? It may have been a timeout. I'm not sure what the stoppage was. I don't see a flag. They're going to keep it going.
They didn't. Yeah, they didn't throw
There's no flag.
I'm not sure what.
I'm not sure why they stopped the play, but it gives Mason West an opportunity. Mikkel McFarland came in, so West goes over to the coaching staff, gets a play that he wants to run. So here we go with about 8 minutes to go here in the first quarter. No score, as the Mules right now are trying to punch this thing in. Third down. Fake handoff to McFarland as Mason West rows outside. He's got a man nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Chris Matlock, it was off his fingertips. And I don't know if you go for it here on fourth down. It's down and 6. That could have been easily intercepted.
Well, yes, and I'll tell you, I call him Christopher. I've known him as Christopher my whole life. Christopher Matlock on that play. It was a ball behind him. It came off his hands, but he saved an interception right there.
Yes, he did.
The defender had it in his hands, and Christopher knocked it loose. So props to that. I guess do we not have our kicker tonight, Frankie?
I don't believe we do.
I guess go for it here. But no, I'll give Christopher props on that one. It was a ball he could have caught that, but it was tough.
So Mules are going to go for it here on fourth down. Like the energy here by the Mules. Mason West going outside. It's incomplete. Good sportsmanship. Darius Graham unable to haul it in. Incomplete pass, and the Mules will turn it over on downs. So Valley View, with 7:39 left to go here in quarter number 1, is going to take over on downs. Mules football proudly presented by First Midwest Bank, also being brought to you by Kevin's Auto Repair, PB Realty Legacy Farm and Land Specialist, and being brought to you by Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers. So now 7:39 as Turley now had a couple of touchdown passes last week for Valley View. There's the handoff, and he's going to get a few yards out across the 20. Good job by the Mules defense there. Slade Caldwell in on the run. He'll get a few yards that time. He'll get out across the 20 to about the 21 about a 5-yard pickup on first down. So it's going to bring up second down and about 5. Hurry up formation here. Another handoff coming. This one to Caldwell, but the Mules are not going to let him go. Logan Height with a big stop. Number 25 for the Mules. Great job by the Mules defense. Quickly a third down coming up. And I don't believe he's going to get much. He may have been knocked back a couple of yards. I think he was. He was knocked back to the 19-yard line. That is a loss of 2.
I'd like to see that. Stack him up, swarm him at the line of scrimmage.
So third down and 7 now. Quickly outside. It was good job by the Mules. It was a completed pass, but we get a false start anyway. It was intended for Mark Wilson. Instead, we're going to go back 5 more yards. It'll be a false start of 5 yards, so it's going to bring up another third down. This one, third down and 12 on the 14-yard line. Let us know, Mules fans, what you think about this game so far. Dr. Scott Deal, the Mules superintendent, right in front of us here. Good to see him here tonight. Shotgun formation for Turley. Turley inside the pocket. He's looking to throw. Mules scrambling. He's flushed outside the pocket.
Safety.
And there it is. Mules take him down. That was led by a couple of Mules players. Trying to get the number for you. Connor Stevens making that big sack for the Mules, number 8. How about that?
Yes, no, very nice. Good effort. Quarterback scrambled. He probably would have been better off just to take an incomplete pass, but he almost got a safety out of that.
He almost did, all the way back to the 1-yard line, a 13-yard loss.
Let me block this punt, Frankie.
That scored a touchdown on that. I'm okay with that. Oh, he did. He dropped it. Mules, you're going to have to run it outside. The Mules are going to take it away. Safety, baby. Give me some booms on Facebook. Great job by the Mules. It was a very low snap. It was led by number 20, Calvin Anderson. At safety, Mules lead 2-0.
That's great to see, Frankie. Special teams came to play tonight. Capitalize on that. Yeah, that's good to see. That fires up the team. So far, I'm satisfied, man. They're moving the ball. They're staying on the field. Get a score out of us. Everybody always loves a safety. That's cool. Cool to get a safety in a game.
It really is. Great job by the Mules, and that was led by number 20, Calvin Anderson. And the Mules are going to lead 2-0. 5:50 left to play here in the first quarter of play. And we'll be back. We'll take a 30-second timeout. Mules have the ball. You're listening to Mules Baseball on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Southeast Signs and Graphics of Poplar Bluff can handle all of your printing needs, from T-shirts, wall displays, banners, and so much more. Call their team at 573-772-5566 or get to southeastsignsandgraphics.com.
Patriot Auto Glass offers chip repair or glass replacement. They provide fast quality service done by experienced technicians. Ask about our veteran and first responder discounts. Call Patriot Auto Glass today at 573-840-5027. And remember, Patriot Auto Glass will come to you.
All right, so we are back here, and the Mules are going to receive the kickoff here. They lead 2-0. There's the kickoff. Good one. It's going to be taken at the 39-yard line by Chris Matlock. Matlock is going to get tackled at the 45, so a 4-yard return.
Good enough field position. You know, I like that. We need to grind some clock and get a couple of first downs here, knock them back on their heels and build on this lead.
So now the Mules here. That was Wyatt Oldham with the kickoff, and he got it to the Mules' 41-yard line, a 39-yard kick. And Matlock is going to get it to the 46-yard line. That's where the Mules will take over. They lead 2-0. I think I said baseball a moment ago because that's a baseball score. We're in football season, John.
We are.
It's hot
dog season.
I'm allowed one to mess up per ball game. And we've got some great trivia coming your way tonight, too, folks. We're going to give away this awesome GCI rocking chair from Academy Sports and Outdoors. And we're going to go down to, let's do something unique here, John. Before the Mules come back out here, let's go down to Sean Manning, who is field side. Sean, what about that almost block kick in the end zone? The Mules lead 2-0.
Absolutely. It's great play at the bottom of the first inning when the punter just could not get a handle on the ball. He spun her a little bit trying to find it under his legs, and by the time he got it, the Mules were there to kind of just push him back out of the end zone. It's a great start for the Poplar Bluff defense, able to kind of build that momentum. Now we're going to see if the offense can capitalize on it with a good field position and get back down the field and score a touchdown.
All right, Sean, thank you so much. We'll check back in with you coming up in just a moment. And now we're going to see the Mules offense coming out. And I don't want to say they can play a little bit relaxed here, John, but I tell you what, they seem like they are a little bit more relaxed, up by 2 points. A lot of folks commenting on social media. We appreciate that. Here we go, Mules' second drive. Here we go, Mason West. Mules looking downfield. They've got a man. It was for Romeo Wantor, and it is incomplete pass. Good protection there by the Blazers out of Valley View, and they were all over that pass.
They were. I like the play, though. I like the pass.
I do,
it's
too.
Good. It's catchable ball. He'll catch that later in the game. But, no, I agree. I think the Mules look a little more comfortable tonight, a little more settled in, not quite as jumpy as they were last week.
Absolutely. So now it's second down and 10 to go. Mason West trying to get his footing underneath him right now as the Mules lead by 2 points. Mules their first lead of this ball game. There's a handoff to Amari White, and he's going to be taken backwards. Atlas Wilbanks, number 55, is in on the tackle.
How do you do that? You got those numbers memorized already,
I've been studying all week.
Yeah, that kid was back in the backfield very quickly. He beat whoever, and, yeah, there's not much you can do with that.
That was going to be marked back to the 43-yard line. That's a loss of 3 yards on the play. That'll bring up a third down coming up now for the Mules. Third down and forever right now. 3rd and 13, the Mules tonight so far on first downs. We are 0 for 1. Last week, 36% on third down conversions. Mason West, he's back to throw. The pressure is coming. He'll take off. He's out across or near midfield. He'll be tackled at the 45, maybe 46. They're going to mark him down at the 46, so only a gain of 3 yards on that run, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. We should see Jared and Young coming out for this kick. So West unable to do much, and that's going to get down to back to almost the original line of scrimmage. 4th and about 10. So Jared and Young coming out. He averaged 33 yards last week, 7 punts for 33 yards as an average. He'll come out and punt. And really, nobody's backing up deep for Valley View. Now they will. Here is the punt. They're going to bring the pressure. Almost got it blocked. Good job, Caldwell. He muffed it. And we're going to see who takes over. Is it the Mules? Yes, it is.
There we go.
Who was the number? Oh, there you go, Mason West.
I saw him out there lined up, and I thought it was interesting that he was on the punt team. But no, Jared barely got that off. Good heads-up play by him. And, yeah, there we go. Another special teams, another turnover. We'd like to see it. I'll give Mason West credit also on that previous play. He avoided the sack.
Yes,
he only got 3 yards, but he certainly could have had about a 7-yard loss. So he's playing well tonight. I'll give him credit.
So was there a flag thrown because they're moving the ball back? It's going to be on the Mules. So it's going to bring up.
Oh, Lord, they're moving it way back.
Way back.
They're going to do it again?
Are they going to redo the kick? They might be redoing the kick.
What? I don't understand that.
So I guess they're going to redo it. It was a flag against the Mules, so we're going to redo that entire kick.
What would that be?
I didn't see. It must have been during the kick.
Well, what could they call during the kick that would give them another kick? I don't have a clue. I don't know.
They brought it back 5 yards.
Kenny Hostler would never call
start.
That.
It was a false start against the Mules is what it was.
I guess they blew the whistle.
False start. Appreciate that, Sean. Didn't see the flag until afterwards, obviously. So it's going to bring up a false start for the Mules. That backs them up 5 yards, and we'll do it again. This one is going to get out of bounds and not touch a player. So that was big. That could be a play that we talk about a lot coming up the rest of this football game.
Yeah, that's a bummer. And Jared, he's doing a good job of getting the ball out, but they're really close to blocking that kick. He should lean in a little bit and let him run into him.
Absolutely, I agree.
Get a penalty on that because they're coming hard at him, and that big number 11.
So Jared and Young kicks it all the way down to the 21-yard line. That is a 38-yard punt. And now that's where the Mules Or I should say that's where Valley View is going to come back out. Going to be a pass outside along the sideline. And this one is going to be some big-time yardage by the receiver, Bo Smith, and he's going to get it out to near the 40-yard line.
Another good play by Christopher Matlock stopping him. Otherwise, he was going to be gone.
He's going to get it out to the 39. That is a pickup of 18 yards and a first down by the Blazers. Wasting no time as Turley bringing his team to the line of scrimmage. There's a handoff to Caldwell. Caldwell is going to get out across the 45-yard line to about the 47. And that is another big gain on first down. That'll be about 7 yards. Depending on the spot, it will be 7-yard pickup there. Second down and 3 to go so far in the ball game. As we're wasting no time, they're going no huddle here, folks. Another handoff to Caldwell. Going to try to bounce outside. Logan Davis tries to chase him down. It'll be a first down inside Mules territory all the way down to the 45-yard line. That's a gain of 9 yards, and he is inside Mules territory now with another first down. Caldwell entering this ball game. Caldwell averaging about 3 yards per carry in the ball game. He's got 5 carries for 19 yards, and the Mules backing up on defense here. 1st and 10. The Blazers all of a sudden, John, they have woke up, and there's another handoff to Caldwell. Good job by Darius Graham and Connor Stevens. It'll be about a 5-yard gain at that time on first down.
Yeah, sometimes a team like this, when they dodge a real bad thing like that turnover on the punt, when they get out of that with a penalty, and then it wakes them up a little bit, and they come out swinging. That's what they're doing now, running the tempo offense, where our defense needs to focus a little bit here.
Yes, they do. So now the Mules here, shotgun formation by Turley. And, the fumble. The Mules are going to pick it up.
Here we go.
There it is, Connor Stevens, and that's a huge momentum builder for the Mules. Connor Stevens, can you say right place, right time? Mules have it 1st and 10 on the 44-yard line of the Blazers.
Nice to see. There we go. Another takeaway. And heads-up play, and he got the ball and picked up about 10 yards, whatever it was. So, yeah, nice. Good to see Connor Stevens.
Connor Stevens doing a phenomenal job, and he's going to be all the way back to the 45-yard line. That's a 15-yarder there for the Mules with about 2:59 left to play here in the first quarter. Can we get some booms on social media? Love to see that. Sarah and Brian Lacey are tuning in. Diane Taylor says, way to go, Connor. So now the Mules offense, this is an opportunity for the Mules here, John, where the Mules have got to turn this into points. We've got a timeout called, this one by Poplar Bluff. All timeouts are being brought to you by Larry Hillis Dodge. We'll step away for a quick 30-second timeout. Mules have the ball when we come back. Mules lead 2-0 on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Do you feel that rush of adrenaline? That's the feeling of over 100 years of Poplar Bluff football excellence. Let's make some history.
And touchdown! All right, so Larry Hillis Dodge bringing you our timeouts here this season. Our broadcast presented by Russians Towing, also being brought to you by Air Solutions, First Choice Insurance, Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center, Patriot Auto Glass, and Christian Automotive and Tire. 14-7, Francis Howell right now over Jackson. We're being told they are running right over Jackson. I love to hear that.
Yeah,
Keep it up, Francis Howell.
It'll be hard, I think, for Jackson that game after a loss, break that big spread. Plus, Francis Howell's good.
All right, so this is an opportunity that the Mules cannot afford to waste. Amari White in the backfield. Here is the handoff. Amari White, he fights forward, and he maybe gets a yard, maybe 2 of forward progress, but he's not going to get much here, John.
That's a tough way to get a couple yards right there.
And they're going to say he is down at the 44-yard line. 2nd down and 9. Eric Wallace tuning in. Kenmore, Washington. Glad to have him alongside. Dalton Hicks says, heck yeah, let's go, boys. I like that.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that right side of the defensive line is pretty solid. really the whole defensive line is pretty solid for Valley View.
It really is. So second down coming up for the Mules. And there's going to be a pass outside. This one is good. And Torrance Williams along the outside. It'll be close to a first down. I think he got enough, maybe not quite enough. But it's going to make third down coming up very manageable. Mason West getting Torrance Williams down to the 38-yard line. So good job for the Mules there. Torrance Williams to the 38. That is a gain of 6 yards. Third down coming up and 3 to go. Mules on third down here this ball game. They are 0 for 2, or make that 1 for 3. Let's make it 2 for 4. What do you say? There's a handoff. This one up the middle, and we're going to have ourselves a first down, it looks like. Yes, it is. Amari White going to pick up the first down.
That's good work right there. That's good football. And that previous play with Torrance Williams, I've said it before, and I'll keep saying it till the end of the season, till you run me out of here.